Healthy people do not discard partners. Healthy people do not discard. And yes, breakups need to happen sometimes. Not everybody is compatible. Sometimes people have different personalities, different values, different goals. However, there is a big difference between a discard and a breakup. Avoidants and narcissists are both notorious for discarding partners, but they do it for vastly different reasons. A narcissist, they've grown bored of your narcissistic supply. The supply is the attention, affirmation, validation, adoration, and power and control that a narcissist feels entitled to. You're no longer the shiny new toy, and they're bored of you, so they throw you out as if you never even mattered. An avoidant, well, they had their fears triggered. The fears of abandonment, engulfment, which is losing themselves in a relationship to somebody who's going to reject them. Fears of rejection. So when an avoidant has their fears triggered, they deactivate, they detach from their emotions. They take their feelings for their partner and they bury them. They don't allow themselves to access their feelings. But that means they're also blocking off empathy. And because avoidants don't reflect on their feelings, they don't process emotions when they're triggered, they have no idea why they're behaving this way. And think about it. When you don't think about your feelings, when you refuse to think about your fears and emotions, how can you possibly articulate them to someone else in a coherent way? You can't. In a healthy breakup, in a normal breakup, there's communication. It's not blindsiding. There has been dissatisfaction expressed on one or both sides of the relationship. There's a conversation that happens and there's empathy that's shown. In a discard, it is unilateral, it is blindsiding. It's traumatic. The rug is pulled from under your feet. It often happens in an extended honeymoon phase when everything seems wonderful. You feel like on cloud 9 and all of a sudden your heart is ripped from out of your chest. There's no empathy that's shown and there's little to no excuses given as to why the relationship is ending. It is completely traumatic. And regardless of why your partner or now your ex is discarding you, you still are being thrown in the trash as if you never even mattered. It is traumatic, it is painful, it is blindsiding, it is not normal, and it's not okay. Yes, sometimes breakups do need to happen. However, being discarded, it is always a reflection of the person doing the discard. It is never a reflection of the person being discarded. You can't make anybody discard you. If you were a loving partner, if you treated this person well, it is not your fault. You were not responsible for their unhealthy behaviors. If they wanted to break up with you, they could have done it in a healthier way with communication and empathy. But this person chose not to, and that is not a reflection of you. When you're blaming yourself, you're trying to control the uncontrollable. You're making yourself go further into anxiety. You are pushing yourself into anxious attachment because you're blaming yourself for somebody else's behavior. And you can't control anybody else. But a healthy person does not discard. It is not what a healthy person does. So don't blame yourself. Because when you're blaming yourself, it makes it harder to take this person off the pedestal, and it makes it so much harder to stop the rumination. You can't make anybody discard you. You wouldn't have done it to them, so you didn't deserve it happening to you. Recognize you didn't deserve that, and don't tell yourself otherwise, because you deserve empathy, you deserve love, because you would have given it to this person. You did give it to this person. Know your worth and don't sell yourself short.